Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, if you guys are new around here, hey, I'm Sandy. I basically make beauty content on my channel, specifically K-beauty, but I pretty much do anything that I am passionate about. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button so you guys are notified for some upcoming videos, and follow me on my Instagram so you guys can follow me on some of my adventures through my Insta stories. So today I am coming with another #1 brand skincare. Now this is basically a series on my channel where I test out basically a whole skincare line for a month or more, and I just check it out, review how it is on my skin, and I share with you guys my opinion on it. So in today's #1 brand skincare, I am coming with Urang. Now Urang is a more higher end Korean skincare brand that focuses on using natural and organic ingredients. So I'm gonna bring you along and give you a whole recap of the skincare that I've used from Urang. Now of course I haven't used all of their skincare, but I think I've used a relatively large percentage of their skincare, and I have a pretty good set review on them. So let's start. So first, let's start off with the cleansers. So they have the natural cleansing oil and the creamy bubble foam cleanser. My packagings are pretty dirty and gross, and as you could tell, it's almost finished, but I saved these up just so that I could showcase it in my video, so do not mind the grossness of these. First, let's start off with the natural cleansing oil. This cleansing oil can be used both as a makeup remover as well as your first step for your cleansing routine. Now of course I do double cleansing, so I usually like to start off with a cleansing oil or a cleansing balm. Now for this particular cleansing oil, I did notice that it helps remove my makeup quite well, except for any like stubborn waterproof mascara. Whenever I have waterproof mascara, I definitely have to go with a like eye makeup remover first, and then I use this as my first step for my cleansing routine, and then I go with my second step. So if you wear a lot of waterproof makeup, then this might not be strong enough to remove it, but for my daily makeup purposes, I love this. Now the texture is of course a fluid oily texture, but it's not oily to the point where you feel like you still have like oil residue on your skin. It actually washes off quite easily, so I like that a lot because I honestly just cannot with like oil cleansers that don't come off easily, and I'm just like rinsing and it's still on my skin. So this one is pretty good. Of course, in my double cleansing, I like to go with usually a foam cleanser for my second step. So this one is the creamy bubble foam cleanser. Now let me tell you, I am obsessed with the texture of this cleanser. It is very buttery and creamy, just like its name, and it just lathers onto the skin super nicely. And after using this cleanser, I can definitely tell that my skin is still very hydrated, moisturized, and clean at the same time. Of course, it doesn't give you that like squeaky clean feeling, which is actually not a good thing for your skin because it means that it kind of like completely like took all of the natural oils from your skin. But this doesn't do that. This one actually still makes my skin feel hydrated afterwards, which is really good because I have dry skin in the winter. Let's go into our next category, and it is our oils. So these are the oil serums from Urang. So we have the Urang Glow Oil Serum. We have, these are glass packaging, so be careful. The Brightening Blue Oil Serum, and we have the Urang Vitamin Oil Serum. Let's start off first with the Urang Brightening Blue Oil Serum. Like honestly, look at this color. It is so freaking beautiful. Okay, sorry, my nails look gross. Didn't do them, don't mind those, but this color is gorgeous. Now this serum in specific has only about 5 to 6 ingredients in the list, which was very shocking to me because I'm so used to seeing a lot of skincare brands where their products have like this huge list of ingredients, and I don't necessarily understand what the ingredients are, but this only has 5 or 6 ingredients, which is pretty easy for me to research if I want to like dig in more into the ingredients. Now of course, like if just because a ingredient list is short or long doesn't make it better or worse. You just really have to look into the ingredients and see what it does and how it does for your skin, since everyone's skin is personal and everyone's skin reacts differently. Now this serum helps with brightening your skin, fading pigmentation, and moisturizing the skin. Now if you are curious about the blue color in the serum, it is not artificial. It's actually from the German chamomile essential oil. That's where they get the blue color, and that's one thing about Urang, is that they don't use like any artificial like coloring or fragrance. So most of the colors are from just the ingredients that they use. Of course, after using this for a long period of time, and you could tell that it's well used, I could definitely tell a difference on my skin. I feel like my skin looked a lot more brighter. The pigmentations were fading. It was amazing during my morning skincare routine, and I love how it just made my skin look. Like my skin looked so much better while using this. And of course, it moisturized my skin, and that's one of my key factors whenever I'm looking into skincare, especially for winter. I just need moisture. Another serum that I've been really into is the vitamin oil serum, and this is another well-used serum, as you can tell. This serum is actually quite different from the blue oil serum, just because it focuses more on like improving your skin texture, providing antioxidant protection, and reducing the appearance of fine lines. Also, it has more of like a soothing aroma to it. Kind of reminds me a bit of like lavender and rosehip. Now, like I said, all of their like fragrances, they have no artificial fragrances in it. It's all just natural or organic. Now the oil texture is not necessarily thick or dense, but it's not lightweight either. It's a good medium, a good in between. So I like to incorporate it into my morning skincare, and I love how it just soaks in right into my skin and it doesn't really affect my other skincare routine. For our last serum, we have the Glow Oil Serum. Now on first impression, you probably think it looks very similar to its sister, the Vitamin Oil Serum, but it's actually very, very different. This particular serum focuses more on skin rejuvenation as well as deep moisture. So since it is a very dense oil, I recommend using it at night, and that's what actually I do. And since I use it at night, it really gives me that like nice glowy, deep moisturized, looking like a glazed donut appearance. And I like to look like a glazed donut when I go to sleep, so I'm all about this. So if you really want to go for that like glass skin appearance and you need something that gives you deep moisture and you want to incorporate it into your nice skincare routine, definitely go for this one, just because I feel like this one is definitely a lot more dense compared to the other two serums from their collection. Now let's go into our essence, ampules, and creams. Sorry I'm like holding them so ugly, but it's really hard to like carry glass bottles, and you know, they're not the lightest weight. So let's start with the Pink Everlasting Ampule. Now you probably recognize this ampule from social media, just because it has been getting a lot more rave online. Now look at this color. It is so pretty, it's so pink, but surprisingly it's actually from the vitamin B12. So do not get it mistaken as artificial coloring. Is vitamin B12. I was about to say don't get it twisted. Like, do people say that anymore? Like, I used to say that as a kid a lot, like especially in elementary school, like don't get it twisted. This ampule focuses on anti-inflammation, firming, and of course protecting your skin barrier. I'm gonna be really honest, I didn't really gravitate much towards this ampule just because of its like vitamin smell to it. I don't know how to explain it, but the smell reminds me of like vitamins that, and I never really liked the smell of vitamins. I don't know, I'm just weird like that. Now one of my friends really loves this. She always raves about it, especially because it's really good for like more mature or aging skin, and she always finds that it helps it with firming and making her skin look better the next day. Now personally, I haven't really seen much difference with my skin, but I also don't really use it every single day. Like I said, I just kind of stay away from it because of the smell, but I definitely have to like try to like use it every single day and march through it to see like if I could tell any difference with my skin. Next, we have the True Rose Repair Essence, and this is actually with rose essential oil and organic rose floral water, which is about 50.7%. Ooh. Now this essence helps with dull skin, anti-acne properties, and hydration. Also, I'm gonna be really honest, I haven't used this one that much too, as you could tell, but the reason is because I have a little bit of a love and hate relationship with rose scent. Now the rose in this essence, of course, is natural, it's organic, but I just don't really like rose scent that much, so that's why I don't really like to use this as often as I wish. Now I definitely want to incorporate it more into my skincare just because I really love the like cooling gel texture. Now I don't know if you could tell, but it does have more of like a thicker consistency, and whenever I apply this on my face, especially at night after cleansing my face, it just feels really cooling and hydrating at the same time. But I just don't use it as often as I wish because of the rose scent. But I think if you love rose scent, you would love this essence as well. As for the last product in this category, it is the Rose Ceramide Cream. I honestly love ceramide. Now this cream is great for mature skin, deep hydration, and protecting the skin barrier. While I was using this cream, I definitely could tell a huge difference on my skin texture. I was very surprised how soft my skin and how supple it was after using this for about a month. I didn't think much of it. I thought, wow, my skin feels really nice, but after getting my makeup done by a makeup artist as well as asking my friends what their opinion, they all thought the same thing. They thought, wow, your skin looks really soft, it feels really soft, it's super supple. What are you using? Definitely recommend this if you want to try something from this brand. Next, let's go into the face mist. Now Urang does have a few face mists in their collection, but I've only used one, and it is the Rose pH Balancing Mist. Now this container is actually one of their old packaging. It's from their 2018 packaging, I believe. Every year they change their packaging, and of course this year they have a new one. Now this mist actually expired already in July 2019, but do not worry, I'm not using it on my face. I just kind of hold on to it so that I could do a video. I haven't used it since its expiration date. Do not worry. Something really unique about this mist is that it's actually 100% rose water. Yes, one ingredient, just one ingredient, rose water, that's all. Now because it is 100% rose water, it does perish quickly, so I believe you have only about 6 months to a year to use it before it expires, so you have to like be efficient with this. To be honest with you, I had a very hard time using this up just because of its very strong rose scent. Now it's not Urang, it's me. I just don't like strong rose scent. Like I said, Rose and we are not compatible. So I actually had to like struggle to use this. I literally, every time I sprayed it, I just thought about like the good things about it. Like, this is gonna help my skin feel hydrated. This is gonna balance the pH level of my skin. This is gonna detoxify my skin. Do not think about the rose. Of course, if you love rose, you're gonna like this, but just I don't like roses. Like, there are some exceptions. Like, there are some exceptions where I'm like, this is rose, but I don't mind it. I like it. Just, I think like a good example would be the like ceramide cream. That's an exception. It has rose in it. It smells like rose, but it's not like to the point where I'm just like overwhelmed. The next category is face mask. I don't know about you, but I love my face mask. First, we have the Urang Clarifying Blue Mask. Now, this is a wash-off mask that contains natural like jojoba beads for like exfoliating. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Now, this clay mask is kind of focused more for dull skin as well as clogged pores and excess sebum. Now, as most clay masks, I prefer using this in targeted areas of my face, especially in the winter when I have dry skin. So usually my T-zone, let's say my nose and my chin area. Now, I have used this all over my face, and if you follow me on Instagram, I did make like a whole demo video on this. But that was more for like video, Insta, like demonstration purposes. It's not what I do on a monthly basis. Whenever I use this, I can definitely tell, it's like, especially in my nose, like the sebum like just being like sucked out, and I don't know, I just love that. Like, I'm like, yes, my nose is getting clean. If you have like super sensitive skin, I don't recommend like exfoliating. Just because it has natural jojoba like beads, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be like super like sensitive or super soft for sensitive skin. So just be aware and be careful when you're using anything with an exfoliant. If you're more into sheet masks, of course, you have the Love Mask. Now, in the Love Mask, there are two different versions. We have the Cica and Opuntia and we have the Rose and Hibiscus. The green version is great for redness and inflammation, whereas the pink version is great for brightening and antioxidant. When I first was introduced about this mask, I was really in love with the concept of separating the sheet from the essence, just because it just makes it look like, seem more like fresh, quote unquote fresh. And I don't know, it just feel like it would be a lot better for my skin. Even though I really love the concept of the mask, I wish it did have a lot more essence. I feel like there isn't enough essence in the mask, so whenever I put it on my face, it seems to dry up really quickly, even before the like designated time. I honestly think I would love it a lot more if there was just more essence. Like, I just want my face to be soaked. Unfortunately, out of all the products, this was the least impressive one, just because it didn't really give me that like bam factor. You know, I wish there was some more essence, and it didn't give me like boom, like yes, my skin looks different, or yes, it feels different. It wasn't anything bam. You know what I mean? Well, that basically concludes my hashtag one brand skincare from Urang. Now, I am so happy that and I'm so grateful too that I was able to access all of these products, because I will be honest, Urang is not the most like affordable skincare brand, but if you're really trying to incorporate more natural or organic products into your skincare and still use K-beauty, definitely check out these. They really do use a lot of high quality ingredients, and I can really tell because it just does such a good and effective things to my skin. And if you guys want more hashtag one brand skincare, of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because that will really help me out. And you can check out my playlist as well. I have a skincare playlist that you can kind of marathon some other skincare videos, as well as hit the notification button so you guys are notified whenever I upload a video. Follow me on my Instagram, because that's where I do a lot of like demos of other skincare, as well as just my life. And I love you guys. Take care of your health. Let's make this diverse beauty squad grow, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.